Hey guys, sorry for the delay. We were kind of dealing with the cross versus crossless thing, and I joined in late, and we were interacting about that. But we'll begin with some Greek. Let me just share my screen, and we'll pick up where we left off last night. Janet, mute your mic, please. It's
Oh,
so where you had two verbs.
yeah.
It's good. All right, Janet, mute your mic, please. What's the first thing you do?
Doulos.
What's the first thing you do?
Um, de, and comma between doulos,
I'll mute it for you.
says, and the rest of it.
Yes. All right. Next.
Verb, lepses,
Okay. Next.
doulos, uh, which is our accusative.
What kind of accusative?
It is the accusative direct object.
Well, that's true, but what you just say accusative plural.
Yeah,
You're
accusative
not
plural.
specifying whether it's singular or plural, and I want the audience to know how you know that. Even though I know you know
Gotcha.
that, I want them to know you know that.
Yeah, accusative plural. So we've got lepses. So what's called the subject's embedded. So um you will see slaves.
You what?
You will see slaves.
Okay. You will see slaves. How did you know that that was a future?
The see.
Okay, right. Because what's your rule?
If it's a I think it's called a labial brushing up with the sigma, it becomes a C.
Okay. Um. So what is the lexical form of this word?
Blepo.
Blepo, right? And so when you say this, how do you say it?
Well, in its current form,
Yes.
blepses.
Right. So it it doesn't sound like blepo, right? It doesn't
No.
sound like blep. You hear bleps. So that's letting you know something's gone on. So when you know your lexical form of your word, then you're able to say, okay, there's been some kind of change here. And then you start thinking about what brought about the change. And then you think, okay, well, maybe there's a sigma here. And if the sigma, it may be indicating the future tense. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next one.
Anthropous de blepsomen.
Now, this is a conjunction. Okay. Which you know. So why is this conjunction right here?
Hmm. I'm not sure.
Okay, this is what's called a post-positive conjunction. A lot of times the conjunction will be the second word in the sentence. But when you translate it, you're going to translate it as first. Okay?
Okay.
So you will see slaves, but
We will hold on. We will see men.
yes. So there, and see how things just got a little bit more complex? Not only did you translate a compound sentence, but you translated a contrastive sentence here. This one is coordinate and this one is contrastive. So he's building the complexity up as we're going. And that's not the case for all of these, but we'll just see. All right, next one.
Sozousin apostoloi al Delphus. So we've got our verb is sozusin.
Okay.
And we've got our nominative in the form of apostoloi.
Singular or plural?
That's plural.
Okay.
And we've got our plural accusative in adelphus.
Okay. Translate.
I'm not familiar with sozo.
Sozo means to save.
Okay, that's right. Usin. So apostles will save brothers.
Okay, it's not apostles. Say it again. Apostles
will save brothers.
No, it's not. It's not susus. It's not a. It's not.
Oh,
future.
right. Apostles save brothers.
Yes. Okay, and I'll show you why it's not. Where's the verbs? Okay, look right here. Sozo is your lexical form.
Yeah.
But the future is so. Okay. Because what happens is you have your root, which is sowed. Okay. And dentals, they lose their teeth. And so this is a dental, the D. So the D drops out. And so the tense formative is S. So that becomes sozo. That's what's going on right there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So if you just remember, okay, my lexical form is sozo, but this is so, then I know something's changed.
Okay.
Okay, we're almost finished. I thank you for your diligence and patience.
I appreciate it.
All right, what's the first thing you do?
Verb, which is a being verb here.
Okay.
Oh, and conjunctions. We got a comma before Allah.
Yeah, it's good.
And we got two being verbs.
But you need to go by punctuation first.
Yeah.
Punctuation, then conjunctions.
I was just pointing out where the comma was.
Oh, okay. All
right. So our verb in the first one is Amy.
Okay, good.
And then our nominative subject is apostolos.
Okay, no, this is not a nominative subject. You're right, it is a nominative, but it's not a nominative subject. Remember last time I talked about there was two types of nominatives? There's the subject nominative and there's the predicate nominative.
This is a predicate.
Yeah, because it's in a predicate position.
Okay. So what I'm reading is I am apostles.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not plural.
I am an apostle. I am an apostle.
Yes. Okay, next.
Okay, 1 second. Come on screen. Let me put it. Allah. All. Really. There we go. Weoi esti. So this is this must be another predicate one. So
what's your nominative? Remember, you're still looking for nominatives.
So weoi.
Yes. Okay. Translate it.
But y'all are sons.
Yes. So I am an apostle. But
yeah,
Y'all
Y'all are slaves.
are. Okay, good.
Okay, so we got a comma.
And that,
before.
I think that was the first predicate nominative that you translated. So,
Yeah, I think it was.
all right.
So
What's the first thing you do?
we're gonna split it up a la the hold on, the comma is before, yeah. So douloi esmen is our verb,
Okay.
and then douloi is our, I believe it's subject predicate. Nominative predicate.
Yeah, predicate nominative.
So we got, oh, this is we are slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got, one moment. Allah Dulus Didaxamen. But we teach slaves.
Okay, now how do you know that this is not future?
Wait, Didax. Oh, because the base word has the kasi.
Okay, but why does it have the kasi?
I'm not sure why it would have
What's the lexical form of this word?
It's Didaske, I believe.
The dasco.
Didasco, yeah.
Okay, and how do you spell the dasco?
D-A, hold on, wrong alphabet. Delta, Yoda, Delta, oh, there it is.
Now look,
Alpha,
you see the problem?
yeah.
The lexical form is the dasco, but that's not what you have. You have the doxo, right? The dox. So this is indicating that a sigma combined with the sk or the k, and this is the
So it
indication.
is future.
Yes, it's future.
We will teach slaves.
We are slaves, but we
will
be
teach.
Oh yeah, we will teach. You're right.
Yeah.
But we will teach slaves.
Yeah.
Or servants. Okay. So just pay attention to that change. If you know your lexical form of the word, then you'll know the change.
Okay.
All right. First thing you do.
Let's break it up. We got a chi, so let's separate it along that. No punctuation.
All right. Next.
Esti angeloi. The verb is esti.
Okay.
And then angeloi is the nominative predicate.
Okay.
And this is y'all are angels.
Okay. Are messengers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next.
Kai ferete dora anthropois. So ferete is carry, I believe.
Carry or bear, yeah, or bring.
Yeah. And so he says y'all bear. Yeah, and y'all bear gifts to men.
Yep. And y'all or bring gifts to men. Good. That was an example where he started mixing in a lot of things that he's already taught, in the previous exercises. So here's the last one for this chapter.
Sosusin. That sounds familiar. Aposteloi anthropous thanatu. So susin is our verb.
Okay.
What does that mean again? Sozo.
Don't worry about it right now. Just label
Okay,
everything.
right.
We'll come back through.
Aposteloi is our subject, nominative, plural. And then anthropous is our accusative, plural. And thanatu is genitive.
Okay, good. Translate.
First word, the verb. What's that mean again?
It's to save.
Save. I gotta remember that, but I'll internalize it. Apostles will save men, and I'm gonna say here, from death.
Okay, how do you know that it's future tense?
Susin. And it's the zo is changed to a so. So the zeta is changed to a sigma.
Okay, I accept that. So, you said apostles
Yeah. Will save men from death.
will save men from death. Good. So the genitive in this example right here, this is the indication of the separation. Or if you're using the other case system, this would be called an ablative.
Okay.
But you translated it right, so that's good. All right. Well, what I would prefer is that you do the exercises on your own. I have no problem helping you when you're stuck, but if I give you the vocabulary and I give you the and you know how to do the declining of the words, you shouldn't have any problem.
Yeah, I did give this my best go though, and
Okay.
I just
well, what did you learn today? I mean, what is different from how you were doing it as opposed to how we did it today?
Sentence structure. I know I have to look for the cases and get the subject, verb, or object, and that's how you structure the sentence and make sure it makes sense.
Okay, so you didn't get that from the first video we did. That's what you're saying?
I guess I didn't get it in practice.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we talked about it, but you didn't get enough practice. That's good.
It was kind of brushed over, if I remember.
Oh, sorry for brushing it over. But see,
I might be wrong. That's how I remember it.
I saw you raise your hand. Did you raise your hand on purpose? I couldn't see because I was sharing the screen.
I thought that was you. I thought that was you.
No. All right. Well, thanks a lot. I'll close this out in prayer.
Okay.
We're not done yet, guys. That was the end of that one. All right. So this is going to be on the predicate nominative. This might be one of the Filipinos. Welcome to the Layman Seminary. Again, we're with number 8 for Baby Biblical Greek.
Once again for this time that you have given.
And so that's where we're going to start with. Nominative. And so that's where we're going to start with. We're going to talk about the predicate nominative, and then we're going to do just a little bit more translation. Okay? Well, first off, Jonah, what is the nominative?
Nominative is the subject.
Okay, yes. It is the subject, all right? But it's not always the subject. Because it can also be a predicate.
What's the definition anyway of nominative?
The word nominative, if I remember right, it comes from the word that means naming case. And we can check that real quick if we go to, remember that number, section 32. Let's see. I don't know if he defines it right there. I don't think he defines it right there, but in his, it's still Greek to me. He goes into the Latin behind those different terms, and he says it's the naming case. I can find it maybe right here. Naming. Oh. Let's try Wallace. I just want to back up what you're asking.
Okay. Okay.
So, let's go back. I don't think Wallace goes
So
into.
it's all, maybe it's all about case. Okay.
I don't think Wallace uses the term naming, but we can find it in a minute. Amplification, primary uses of the nominative. Okay, yeah, here it is right here. The nominative is the case of specific designation. The Greeks referred to it as the naming case, for it often names the main topic of a sentence. Okay?
Mhm.
All right, so
It's basically
just think of it as the
topic.
naming case. All right? So, a nominative can either function as a subject or the predicate. All right? Now, when we say subject, what we're talking about, of course, is S. All right? And we're talking about predicate. We're talking about V and O. Oh, let me put an O here. Okay?
Mm.
0. Now, we learned already that normally the object, direct object, is the accusative case, all right?
Mhm.
Right, Jonah?
Yeah.
So
Accusative.
the one we color is green a lot.
Green.
Well, when you have a predicate nominative, think of this. It's where you have a nominative that's substituting for the accusative. So you have a nominative that's acting like the direct object. Okay?
Normative. Acting
Like the direct object. Now, the thing to
What about
understand,
the indirect object?
well, and sometimes that can happen because there are some verbs that take the indirect object. But this is what I want you to see. Think of a sentence like a math problem, okay? You got 2 plus 2 equals 4, all right? Hopefully this will make sense. I'm making this up as I'm going here. Okay. 2 plus 2 is on this side of the equal sign, all right?
Mm.
And the equal sign is the word is, are, were. It's the to be verb, okay? So if I say Jonah, oh, sorry, Jhona, Jonah is Filipina, okay? Jonah is the subject, right?
Mm.
The to be verb is. That's like the equal sign. And Filipina is what it's saying about you. So this is an example of like a predicate nominative. It's asserting something about you. It's telling us something about you. It's saying that you are Filipina. It's not saying you're doing Filipina things. It's saying you are Filipina. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, I'm saying predicate nominative is telling about me.
Yeah. So just imagine that this was a nominative, all right, and this is a nominative. So they look the same, but there's rules to figure out which one is the subject and which one is the predicate nominative when you have both of them in the sentence. Okay.
So what's
So
the
let's go
rule?
look at the. Jonah, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
All right, I just want to make sure I can hear you. Okay,
Yeah. Oh,
so let's start with this one here. Oh boy, I think I lost my spot. It's okay. We'll just use mounts if I can't find this spot.
okay.
Predicate. It's all right. We'll just use mounts. Okay. Read this right here, Jonah.
The verb to be, which occurs in many forms like I am, you are, they were, is not followed by an object in the accusative. It takes a predicate nominative. O theos, istin, agot, uh, agatos means God is good. Istin is a form of the verb to be. Agatos is in the nominative case.
Right. And so there, later on, you'll learn rules about how do you know which one is the subject. Because you got two nominatives here. You got theos and you got agathos. And later on, you'll find out the rules. But in this example right here, this one has the article. So that lets you know that God is the subject. It's not good is God. It's God is good.
Mm.
But we'll talk about that later. I just want you to understand that a predicate nominative means that it's on this side of the to be verb. Okay? Where you would expect the object to be.
So it's always at the last part, or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, Greek order changes. But
Mm.
I'm just saying that when you translate it back into SVO, God is the S, is the V, and good is the O. But instead of calling it SVO, you would actually call it this subject complement. Okay, with that, I'm glad that reminded me.
Subject complement.
Complement. Oh, wrong book. Right word,
Subject
wrong book.
complement.
All right, so let's. All right, so read this right here about complements.
Complements as a as a copulative. Is it copulative verb?
You'll learn about those in section later on.
See.
But it's basically the I am.
Amy. Amy equates what follows with what precedes. It therefore requires a complement in the nominative case. To complete the idea, instead of an object in the accusative case, it is remembered that ime is virtually equivalent to an equal sign. Oh, wait. It is remembered that the ime is virtually equivalent to an equal sign. Its use will be easily understood.
So look at these examples.
Mm-hmm.
Blepo anthropon. I see a man. And me anthropos. I am a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So just keep it. So this one right here, this is an accusative because there's the new, right? So if you say I see a man, that's different. But if you say I am a man, that's like saying I am Filipina. It's asserting something about you. It's describing something. It completes the thought. It complements what's being said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And later on when we go into teaching methods and stuff, we'll talk more about subject complements because those are important. All right. So now you should pretty much understand that just because you find a nominative case, it could be a predicate nominative, okay? So just think of predicate nominative as a subcategory for the nominative. One of many subcategories that we'll learn. All right. So
Say it again. Subcategories. What do you say?
subcategory, yeah. So let me just give you an example. Let's go back to the nominative. Okay. This is intermediate Greek, but this give you an idea of what we're talking about. Let's see, case systems, the nominative. Okay. All right, so you know how an outline works, right? You have your main point, and then you have your subpoints. So from this, you see that your big topic is the nominative. But you have nominative as subject, which is the one you first learned. Now you just learned predicate nominative. But there's also nominative and simple apposition, absolute, pendens, parenthetic, proverbial expression, vocative, explanation, appeal, apposition, after preposition, and for time. So in first year, you just learn the basic categories. Second year, you learn these in more detail. Okay?
Okay.
So
Is it really important to know all this stuff?
yeah, it is important. I mean, the question is, how do you get to know it? If the reason that people learn Greek is so that they, besides trying to understand the Bible for themselves, whenever they read a commentary, they can understand more of the advanced discussions. But remember, I taught y'all the foundational expressions, the observational tags, the Bible art type stuff, right?
Mm.
And what you're going to find out is a lot of these categories, like I showed with the genitive before in the of video, a lot of these terms you already know, because that's what I did. I helped prepare y'all for that time in which, if you decide to go that far. Okay. But yeah, you can't translate the Bible correctly with just first year knowledge Greek, because there's a principle that all first year grammars leak. In other words, they're about generalizations, or they only tell you things in general so that you can learn certain principles, and then when you come to an exception to a rule or something else you need to know, then it's introduced. Okay? All right, so read this, and we'll go from the first step, just like what we've done in the other videos. So read this in Greek.
Doloi ismin ala dolos didaxomen.
Okay, what's the first thing you do?
We will look for the subject.
Well, you gotta determine if you got a sentence first.
No. We need to separate the comma.
Okay, you see the comma also. Good.
Yep.
All right.
Comma.
Now, what's the first thing you look for now?
Yeah, the subject.
Nope, the verb.
The verb. The verb. Sorry, the verb is min.
Okay, esmin. The reason you look for the verb first, because this will tell you how many clauses you have. All right. What about in the next line? Which one is the verb?
Didaxomin.
Okay, how do you know that's the verb?
From the word, from the verb, omen.
Okay, the ending. Good. All right. So now we know we have two clauses. Okay, so let's translate the first one. Okay. So what's the first thing we do?
We subject.
Okay. Do you see the subject?
Min.
Well, it might be, but do you have a nominative in the also?
No.
Do you see a nominative case?
Is it the oi? Doloi?
Yeah. Remember, the indicator for the nominative singular for now is the Omicron sigma, os. But this is not doulos, this is douloi. So this is the nominative plural. Okay? All right, so what's the next thing you do?
we're going to we're going to translate now.
Where's your
Object.
object? You got an object?
Uh, object. Object. It's in
So
the verb.
okay. Well, that's okay. Well, you're making two different decisions here. So there, would you? What I'm asking is, you don't see any dative case or any accusative case, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now we got to put things in SVO order, right?
Yeah.
So which one is the subject, Duloy or Esmin?
Ismen.
How do you know?
Wait. What is Ismen again? What is
What?
S? What is S?
You're asking what is Esmin? Huh?
S. Yeah. S.
It's from Amy. You have Amy, Asin.
I am.
Yeah, but as
I.
Esmin. So what is
We.
Esmin?
Oh.
Okay.
Wait.
Let's go look at our chart for a second.
Omin etios.
Yeah, we. Yeah, it's sort of like amen. So you're saying the subject is we, right?
Yeah, we.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you saying the subject is inside the verb? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
The word we.
And Esmin is are, right?
Are. Yeah, we are.
What about Duloy?
Servant. Is it servant?
Yes.
Dulu? Yeah, servant.
But you see what happened just here?
Why it's become S? I thought it's Doloy is singular.
Dulas is singular. Duloy is plural. Nominative plural.
Oh, sorry, I interchanged.
It's okay. You will get it.
Dulos is singular and Duloy is
Nominative plural. Yes.
nominative. Oh, okay.
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 All right. So what I want you to see here is you said the subject is inside the we. Okay. The we are. But you have a nominative right here. So what kind of nominative is this?
What kind of nominative again?
You have the subject inside the verb, but you got a nominative. You remember, usually the nominative is the subject, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't translate it, servants are we. We didn't translate it like this. We didn't say servants are we or servants we are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You translated it this way. We are servants. The reason being is because this is an example of the predicate nominative.
Okay.
Because the we is the subject, the R is the equal sign, and Duloy is servants. So that's the predicate nominative.
Nominative. Predicate nominative. Okay. So when you see that word.
Yeah. Someone is messaging one quick. It might be Janet, so let me just check real quick.
Nominative.
The link isn't secure. Okay. No, that's not for me. That's for somebody with a non-secure link. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do this next part.
Predicate nominative. Okay.
Remember what I told you last time? We're gonna start looking for conjunctions also. So do you see that Allah? What's Allah mean?
Bad.
Okay, good. All right. So what's the first thing you look for?
We have already the verb. We look for the subject.
Well, we're starting right here.
Ah,
So you
yeah.
got the verb, yes. So you're
Verb.
looking
We
for the
have the
what?
verb. Now we look for the subject.
Okay, where's the subject?
Doulos. Doulos is accusative.
Good. It's accusative
Us.
plural.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, accusative. Always
So
look
that's not the
accusative
subject.
plural.
The subject has to be the nominative, or it can be inside the verb.
Uh-huh.
So what's that tell you?
So meaning the subject is inside the verb.
Right. And so what's the subject?
The subject is omen.
Which
Min.
means what?
Omen ete o si. O is e you. Omen. Ano?
No.
Omen. They.
Nope. Remember this. Remember this.
Wait.
We men need to rise up against the women.
Ah, we.
We,
Okay.
yes, we. But we,
But we are.
no, it's not are. What is this verb?
Oh.
Say this verb out loud.
Deduct. So. Deduct. 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 What's deduct?
What's it sound like?
Deduct. Deduct. So.
Well, yeah, you have two options. You have the dasco and the doxo. Or doxazo, I
Glorify.
mean,
We will glorify.
or
No.
teach.
We teach servant.
But isn't it future because of doxazo? Because in the Greek, it's D I D A S K O, right?
Similar. Yeah.
But the O is for the ending. So when you add a sigma to it, it becomes your kasi horse. It becomes one of those. So that's what's happening right here is the K plus the
It's
K plus
glorify,
the
right?
sigma. Yes. No, it's teach.
Glorify. I teach.
Because what's happening is this is that the K plus the X is making the kasi,
Mm.
right? Remember we learned about that? The pu, but, and fu make the kasi. The ka, ga, and ka make the kasi. And ta, da, and the are dentals. They lose their teeth. Okay? So this is future. And the way you know it's future is if you remember the word is the dasco. It's not the doxo. It's the dasco. So that lets you know that something's changed. And so that lets you know it's the future. So, but we will, oops, got to go back to English. But we will teach. And who are we teaching? Pasdulus?
Servants.
Yes.
Servant. I mean.
Servants, plural. Yes, good.
Yep.
All right. Great.
But we teach.
All right. Okay. So what's the first thing you do?
All right, we'll stop there. I'm gonna land this plane and fixing to fly the Bible study methods plane if y'all want to go join for that. So, in the words of my wife, the plane is on the ground. Check out more content, old and new. God bless.